What's up, beautiful? It's Lisa Roulette, and today we're going to be talking about the Pisces full moon on September 20th, 2021. This is a watery moon. It's a very emotional time. This moon is tugging on our sacral chakra, asking us to let all of those emotions that no longer serve us flow out of the emotional body, out of the auric field, and to really be done with them once and for all. In addition to the Pisces new moon, it's coming right as the gates of the fall equinox are opening. So this is a very auspicious time for those of us who are going through an awakening and on the ascension path. I'm so thrilled that you found me here today. And if you're not already a subscriber, I would love it if you click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because I am here to help you heal, navigate your ascension journey, and live a life you love. In this video, we're going to review the significance of a full moon. We're going to talk about the qualities and characteristics of the Pisces full moon. We're going to talk about 3 rituals you can use under the full moon. And we're also going to do a little bonus. We're going to talk about the fall equinox. This is so important for our ascending family to understand that this equinox is a very auspicious time, a time to tap into our soul's higher wisdom and higher guidance. So let's begin the video with a review of the significance of a full moon. A full moon is all about the culmination of things. It's about the culmination of the energies that manifested from our intentions that we set at the new moon. So if you're not normally setting intentions at the new moon, that's something that you should consider doing. At the full moon, we start to reap the rewards of our intentions. All of the thoughts, beliefs, and feelings that we held between the new moon and the full moon are now becoming material and manifest. This full moon is also known as a harvest full moon, which makes a lot of sense because what we're doing is we're harvesting the material manifestations that came from the seeds we planted at the new moon. So let's talk about specifically the qualities and characteristics of the Pisces full moon. Pisces is a very emotional energy, and it's calling us to move out stagnant emotions that no longer serve us. So when we look at our manifested reality, we have to be able to equate some emotion to it. A lot of us are living in fear at this point in time with the pandemic, economic unrest, social unrest, political unrest. And so we really want to look at fear-based emotions that must move. The lower the frequency of an emotion, the harder it is to move it. But if we spend time and we actually discover what emotions are no longer serving us and what emotions are truly fear-based, then we have more power over them. I always say, if we can feel it, we can heal it. So Pisces is asking us to really feel, like get deep inside of us and let all of those sticky, dense emotions, to let them come up, let them rise up through you. And the sacral chakra, which is where the Pisces full moon is really pulling this all from, that's all about flow. That is our center of sensuality, sexuality, creativity. So we can get very creative about healing during this time. But the first thing that we have to do is to be bold enough to actually jump in those waters, jump in those Pisces waters to really say, okay, I'm going to swim in this sea no matter how uncomfortable it is. I am going to look at every uncomfortable fear-based emotion. I'm going to meet it eye to eye, and I'm going to commit to healing it, to moving it out of the emotional body. I'm going to move it through that auric field and really away from the human energy body completely and totally, knowing that these emotions no longer serve you. Really get that bold energy to face those fears, to face those demons, to look at that shadow and start moving that dense energy out so that as you approach the new moon, you can start to put seeds of intention and there's actually a fertile ground for those seeds of intention. Now, there are a couple of rituals that you can do under the Pisces full moon. I'm not a big fan of manifesting under full moons, so this is really more a time of gratitude. What has manifested in your life that you're really grateful for? You want to focus on those things and get deep into that heart center, sending loving energy out into the universe in appreciation for certain things that have manifested. The more you do that, the more you're alerting the universe that you want more of that. The second thing that you can do is reflect on what's not working. What is not working in your reality that you want maybe less of? In this reflection, you're looking for your thoughts, your beliefs, and your feelings that help to manifest what's not working. Remember, everything manifests in an infinite loop of creation. And if you haven't seen my video on manifesting, I'll link it in the description of this video below. But basically speaking, we have a thought that is supported by an underlying core belief that produces a feeling. And that feeling is what goes out into the collective consciousness, sparks creation, and mirrors back to us as our reality. So as we reflect, we want to be very honest with ourselves. What was I thinking between the new moon when I set my intentions and the full moon now to have produced this material and manifest reality? What was I thinking? What was I believing? What was I feeling? Was it a down time for you? Was it a depressed time for you? Or was it a very upbeat time? You may have been vibrating high, but you might not have been very intentional about pointing those energies in a specific direction toward a specific manifestation. So you want to spend time reflecting on those energies, on those thoughts, beliefs, and feelings that you had between the new moon and the full moon, and you'll start to really see how your reality became material and manifest at this present moment in time. The third thing you want to do is to go into the four bodies. You know I reference the four bodies so often because when we become increasingly aware of the four bodies, we realize that we truly are a multi-dimensional being, and we can shift out of the third dimension anytime we want by focusing on things that are in the vibration of love. And that is really, really important for you to start to recognize, to work with, to practice, and to start shifting through reality, through dimensions by vibrating at a significantly higher frequency, more toward the frequency of love. So I always like to have my clients draw a grid on a page, just a cross like this. And in each quadrant of the page, put one of the four bodies, the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. And this is going to help you understand how you're existing in each of those bodies at this time. Is it satisfactory? What has truly become material and manifest based on the vibrational frequencies of each of those four bodies? And remember, the four bodies do not work independently of one another. They rely on one another. So for instance, when you heal the mental body, the emotional body heals. When you heal the emotional body, the physical body heals. When you heal the physical body, the spiritual body heals. So you want to really get into those four bodies, become increasingly aware of them and how they're contributing to the manifest reality that you're living right now. So now let's move on to the bonus part of the video. This is huge. The fall equinox is one of 2 times per year when night and day are nearly completely balanced and equal. And this energy calls us to not only recognize the balance between duality, between dark and light, day and night, wrong and right, but it's actually asking us to go in between duality. It's asking us to go into the space right in between, which is known as the 0 point. It's sort of like the Godhead. It's where we can access significantly higher wisdom from our higher selves. So as this gateway to the fall equinox opens, we're given an opportunity to access information that we don't typically have access to down here in the 3D realm. It's taking us from our linear minds into our heart centers, into our very expansive, wise heart centers. So we need to have the time to sit in meditation, to sit in stillness and ask for that higher guidance to come in. Really open the heart up and ask for the guidance to come in. You will be amazed at how much will come into your awareness if you just allow it and you learn to receive. A lot of the ascension path is about allowing, and it becomes very difficult when people get stuck up in the linear mind, which is also the egoic mental faculty. So right now, the gateway starts to open. We have an opportunity to move from the lower mind to the higher mind, right? It's from the egoic mental faculty into the heart. But we need to give ourselves time, and we need to give ourselves to develop the capacity to be in that expansive heart center more and more often. Now, there are multiple ways to do that, but what I really want to encourage you to do is to just start in stillness, in meditation, asking for that higher guidance, asking for your delivery of information about your soul's purpose, about humanity's destiny at this time. Ask questions and wait to receive. But do be patient. Because most of the time when we receive information, higher guidance, higher wisdom, it doesn't come in words. It comes in symbols and sounds. So you're going to want to be very mindful of receiving that information. Sometimes some of you will hear direct access in words through the mind, through the crown chakra. It will come in through as words. But a lot of times it comes in as signs and symbols, which takes a little bit of time to interpret. So be patient and just think of this fall equinox as the launching pad. It is literally the springboard that is taking us from now, this time, all the way to the vernal equinox or the spring equinox. So we are being set up to get all of that divine wisdom, all of that higher guidance, access to our higher selves and our ascension support team and our beloved angel of healing. We're getting all of that access right now with the fall equinox. We have to allow it to come. We have to honor the energy of this expansive energy, this opportunity, this invitation. We have to honor it by literally becoming still, stilling the mind, opening the heart, allowing the physical body to rest, and allowing the spiritual body to take over really for extended periods of time. So if you're not good at stillness, now's the time. You really want to do some breath work, maybe some tapping, anything to get you into that frequency of relaxation and calm. Now, I've done something to help you guys try to relax your mind and to inspire you and to motivate you to get into stillness. I've started a channel meditations, and it's just frequency and sound on each of the videos. There's 2 up now. There'll be a lot more coming in the near future, but I really want to encourage you and motivate you to use those videos to just silence the mind, to still the body, really get into that 0 point, that space in between where all of the divine wisdom and the higher guidance is there for you. That's a wrap for this video, my friends. Thank you so much for staying until the end. And if you loved what we talked about today, make sure you like, comment, and share. Stay in the luminosity of your beautiful light. And as always, remember you are loved.